Have you ever found yourself in a relationship with a woman where you are secretly worried about her cheating on you or finding another guy attractive and then deciding to break up with you and be with him? Some guys feel that fear at the start, but for most guys, it usually happens when the woman starts testing him during the first few months of the relationship. At the start of the relationship, the woman may have made him feel very safe by showing how in love with him that she was. Right? She was so affectionate, she was so loving, she would look at him as being the one and always want to be around him. She may have also talked about how she wanted to settle down with him and start a family with him maybe and be with him forever. Right? So he felt safe at the start. Yet somewhere along the way, something that she has said or done has made him feel insecure. He might then start unnecessary arguments based on suspicions he has that she might want to cheat or she might like another guy. He might start to become controlling. For example, demand that she returns home at a specific time, look through her phone, not allow her to talk to certain friends, and so on. He might also become needy. For example, needing her reassurance that she loves him and would never leave him. And he might also display insecurity about his attractiveness to her. For example, asking her if she still finds him attractive, or being overly sensitive about any comments she makes about his appearance or attractiveness that don't make him feel good. She then begins to lose respect for him, and she stops feeling attracted to him. When that happens, she begins to fall out of love with him, and she actually starts thinking of maybe wanting another man. He then notices the change in her and becomes even more insecure, which turns her off even more. She then begins to feel attracted to confident guys or even just normal guys who seem a bit more confident and balanced than her current guy. Eventually, she cheats on him or dumps him. A lot of guys go through that cycle of insecurity in their relationships with women. For some guys, the insecurity starts immediately. For other guys, it takes a few months to start feeling that insecure, and for other guys, it may take years. Yet, the result is always the same. When a man becomes insecure in a relationship and develops the fear of losing his woman to another man, it turns her off at a deep level and begins to make the relationship fall apart. As I said, when he becomes insecure, she then starts feeling turned off by him. She then shows less affection and interest, which makes him feel even more insecure, and the problem gets worse. So, how do you avoid that happening? How can you escape the fear of losing her to another man? How can you stop yourself from ruining a relationship due to insecurity? What you need to do is be in control of the amount of respect, attraction, and love that you're making your woman feel. For example, if a man is in a relationship with a woman and he is being insecure, then he is contributing to her loss of respect, attraction, and love for him. Women aren't attracted to the emotional weakness in men. They're attracted to the emotional strength. So, a man needs to be confident with his woman. He needs to be emotionally strong. When he does that, she naturally feels respect, attraction, and love for him. Another example is where a man is in a relationship with a woman and she treats him badly. She disrespects him. He gets that gut instinct reaction that she has crossed the line. Yet, he doesn't know how to get her to start treating him better again. He doesn't know how to get her to stop disrespecting him. So what some guys will do is they'll think, oh, well, this is just the way that women are. They're a pain in the butt. You can't really get them to be nice to you. You just got to put up with it and, she's going to be a bitch. That's just the way it goes. Yet when he doesn't put her back in her place and get her to say sorry and respect him, she notices that, right? She feels his inability to be the more dominant one in the relationship. When I talk about being the more dominant one and putting her in her place, I'm not talking about being aggressive and angry and shouting at her or anything like that. It's simply about being the man in a loving but assertive way. Letting her know that you're not going to put up with bad behavior and bad treatment of you. The thing is, women actually respect that, and they actually feel attraction and love for men who don't let themselves be pushed around. You might have heard some women say that they don't like pushover type of guys. But you might have also heard women say that they like nice guys and good guys. So what's going on there? What do women really mean and what do they really want? What a woman really means and what she really wants is a good man who doesn't let himself get pushed around by a woman. When you're able to get your woman to respect you and be a good woman to you, she feels respect, attraction, and love for you on a level that she has most likely never felt for another man. She knows that other men simply can't handle a woman like her, but you can, right? She looks up to you and respects you. She always feels sexually attracted to you, and she's totally in love with you. When that is the case in a relationship, she doesn't want to hook up with another guy. She doesn't want to leave you because she knows that other guys don't even come close to you. They are unable to manage and control the attraction in the relationship. They lose control. Most guys become insecure. They give the woman too much power, or they get angry and try to control the woman. That's not what she wants. What a woman wants is a good man who doesn't let himself get pushed around by a woman. A man who lets her know her place, and her place is not above him in terms of dominance. Of course, that's not a politically correct thing to say. A lot of women these days think that women rule the world and women are the new man and men need to bow down at women's feet. Yet the reality is, a woman is at her happiest and she's the most in love, she's the most attracted, and she's the most respectful of her man when he is above her in terms of dominance. It doesn't mean that she's beneath him in terms of importance or value or intelligence. It just means that she's beneath him in terms of dominance. That's what women really want. They're not going to go around necessarily saying that because they don't want other guys to get the wrong idea. For example, if a woman goes around saying that she wants to be beneath a man in terms of dominance, a lot of people are going to look down on her. They're going to start saying, hey, be stronger, girl. Be the dominant one. Women power, girl power, women rule the world. And she's going to get reactions like that. Alternatively, some guys might be confused about what she wants and think, oh, she wants a dominant guy. She likes that, does she? Well, I'll show her. I'll be really dominant. I'll be super dominant and aggressive, and then she's going to really like me. Yet that's not what she's asking for. She's not asking to be pushed around or disrespected. She just wants a good man who doesn't let himself get pushed around by a woman. Right? So when a man is able to do that in a relationship, his woman's feelings of respect, attraction, and love deepen over time. She doesn't want to leave him or be with any other guy. So he doesn't have to live in fear that she's going to leave him or cheat on him or dump him one day. He knows that she wants to be with him. Her feelings of respect, attraction, and love are growing stronger by the day. She respects him, she feels sexually attracted to him, and she's totally in love with him. To summarize, 2 things that you can do to escape the fear of losing your woman to another man are: number 1, be in control of the amount of respect, attraction, and love that you're making your woman feel. And number 2, don't put up with her bad treatment of you. What you've got to remember is that women don't actually want to treat you badly. Women test men by treating them badly and seeing how much they can get away with. They don't want a man to react by getting angry and aggressive and controlling. A woman wants a man to put her back in her place in a dominant but loving way. Right? It's not about being bad to her. It's not about being aggressive. It's simply about being a good man who puts her back in her place in a dominant but loving way. Although you won't see many women going around admitting that they want a man to treat them in that way, it's actually what women want. A woman is at her happiest when she fully respects her man, she feels sexually attracted to him, and she's totally in love with him. Yet, if he lets her get away with treating him badly and disrespecting him, and he doesn't know how to put her back in her place in a dominant but loving way, she will lose respect for him. When a woman loses respect for a guy, she stops feeling proper attraction for him. Then, if that goes on for long enough, she begins to fall out of love with him. When she no longer feels a lot of respect for him and doesn't really feel attracted and has fallen out of love with him, then she's going to start thinking of cheating on him or breaking up with him so she can find herself a new man. With the first example, what a lot of guys don't realize is that they can be in control of the amount of respect, attraction, and love their woman feels for them. The reason why you can be in control is that a woman's feelings for a man are mostly based on how he thinks, talks, behaves, and acts around her and in life. For example, in the relationship, has he become insecure or has he maintained his confidence? Does he make her feel like a feminine woman, or does he make her feel like more of a friend, or worse, make her feel like she's more powerful and dominant than him? Likewise, has he continued to make his woman feel happy to be with him? Or has he slipped into a habit of becoming annoying and irritating to her? The thing is, when you are in control over the amount of attraction that you're making your woman feel, you don't have to live in fear that she's going to leave you. You know that she wants you. You know that she respects you. You know that she feels attracted to you. And you know that she's totally in love with you. With the second example, you must ensure that you don't put up with her bad treatment of you. The reason why is that if you put up with a woman's bad treatment of you, she will lose respect for you. And when that happens, she will stop feeling proper attraction for you. If that goes on for long enough, she'll fall out of love with you. When that happens, she will then want to be with another man. She will want to leave the relationship. What I want you to know is that you can be in control over the amount of respect, attraction, and love that your woman feels for you. You can also be in the position of power. You can be the man that she looks up to and respects and treats with respect. Right? She treats you well. She is a good woman to you. When you create that type of relationship dynamic, a woman is so happy and she does not want to leave you. Okay, so those are two examples of how to escape the fear of losing your woman to another man. If you've enjoyed what you've learned so far and you'd like to learn more, I recommend that you watch or listen to my program, Make Her Love You for Life. When you watch or listen to the program, you will discover powerful techniques that make a woman respect you, feel sexually attracted to you, and be totally in love with you for life. When you have this type of knowledge, you don't live in fear that your woman is going to leave you one day. You know that most guys out there simply don't compare to you. It's only a very small percentage of men out there who are able to give women the type of relationship experience that I'm talking about here. Most guys are able to make a woman feel attracted and respectful and in love at the start of a relationship, but most of those guys do not know how to maintain that and build on it over time. You see, in a relationship, a woman tests a man, right? She throws out all sorts of tests to see if she can make him feel insecure, to see if she can gain power over him. If she is able to make him feel insecure and gain power over him, she starts to lose respect and attraction for him. If it happens too often and for too long, where she's able to make him feel insecure and take power away from him in the relationship, she will start to think about wanting to be with another guy. She will naturally start to find other guys more attractive than her man because she doesn't respect him. She doesn't feel much attraction for him anymore, and she's falling out of love with him because of her lack of respect and attraction for him. Yet here's the really cool thing. When you're in a relationship with a woman, in most cases, she's just waiting and hoping that you get her respect and attraction back so she doesn't have to go through a breakup. Most women don't want to have to go through breakup after breakup their entire lives. They don't want to be that woman who's unlucky in love while their girlfriends and family members get into happy, loving relationships that last for life. She doesn't want to be that woman, right? She wants to be lucky in love. She wants to stay with one man and be happy with him for life. So if you want to escape and avoid that fear of losing your woman to another man, you need to understand how to maintain and build on a woman's attraction in a relationship. It's actually a very easy thing to do once you know what you're doing. Yet when a guy doesn't know what he's doing, women seem so complicated and they just don't make much sense to him at all. For example, a man will be in a relationship with a woman and he'll say something or do something that really upsets her and he doesn't understand why. He just doesn't get why that upset her, why she's being so distant now and why she's not being affectionate. It just doesn't make sense to him. Yet for a guy who understands how to maintain and build on a woman's attraction in a relationship, it's a snack. It's easy. Women's behavior is so predictable and easy to understand. For example, a lot of the times when women treat you badly and disrespect you, it's simply a test to see if you'll put up with that type of behavior, right? They're looking to see how you're going to react. Are you going to just put up with it by being silent? Are you going to try to suck up to her and hopefully get her to be nicer to you? Are you going to get angry and lose control of your emotions? Or are you going to put her back in her place in a dominant but loving way? What you need to understand with women when it comes to relationships is that they essentially wait to see where you take the relationship. If you allow the relationship to go down a path where she disrespects you and treats you badly and gets away with it, a woman will go down that path. But if you guide the relationship down the path of her respecting you and being good to you, being loving and being a good woman, she'll go down that path as well. What a lot of guys don't realize is that most women are at their happiest when they're in a relationship with a man who flicks on what I call the good girl switch in her mind. This is where you create the type of relationship dynamic where she wants to be good to you, and it actually makes her happy and gives her pleasure to be a good woman for you. When you create that type of relationship dynamic, your woman feels so much respect, attraction, and love for you that she's not interested in other guys. Other guys simply don't compare. You're making her feel like a real woman in the relationship because she has a man that she can look up to and respect, feel attracted to, and be totally in love with. The best thing about this, though, is that when you create that type of relationship dynamic, it's easier for you. You don't have to constantly be trying to suck up to your woman. You don't have to put up with her bad behavior, and you don't have to waste time and energy getting into pointless arguments with her all the time. She's on her best behavior. She's being a good woman to you, and it makes her happy to be good to you. So at the end of the day, by putting in less effort than other guys do, you get a happier, more loyal woman who loves you and looks up to you and always feels sexually attracted to you. When you create that type of relationship dynamic and you maintain it, you don't have to live in fear that she's going to go and find another man attractive. You know that she wants to be with you and she knows it, and there's nothing to worry about.